All right, friends, now let's start drawing our gratitude tree. Okay, we are going to take our white piece of paper, as you can see here, and we are going to draw our tree vertically, okay, which means we are going up and down like this. So our tree trunk is going to be at the bottom of our vertical page, all right, and our branches are going to be at the top of our page. What we want to do first is try and make a center for our trunk to start. Okay, so you want to draw, let's see, a little dot to show our center of our tree. And then we are going to draw 2 lines. All right, oh, it's a little off. Just like that. Now, you can draw using a pencil, or you can draw using a black marker. Or you can outline your tree in a pencil and go over it in marker when you love the outline of your tree. All right, so when your tree is perfect, you can go over it in black marker, or you can just start drawing in black marker if you feel confident enough to do so. I'm going to start drawing first with our pencil and go over it in our black marker. All right, so we are going to start drawing our tree trunk. We're going to start on our little line here, and we are going to draw a curved line. All right, so remember last week we went over different types of lines. We are going to draw a curved line that's going to be our tree trunk. Now we're going to go over to our right side, and we are going to draw another curved line for our other side of our tree trunk. Okay, so remember, curve, curve. Okay, now we are going to practice and draw our tree branches. Okay, now we are going to draw 2 straight lines coming off our trunk. Okay, and it kind of looks like a Y, doesn't it? Now a rhyme that I know when we're drawing trees is Y's and V's help you draw trees. So you're going to see when we start drawing our branches that we're going to see a lot of the letters Y, like we do here, and V, okay? And I want to make these branches thicker. All right, remember we talked about thick and thin lines last week? So we're going to draw 2 more straight lines that go all the way to the outside of our paper to make our branches thicker. All right, so now you can really see a Y. We're going to add a curved line now that connects our tree branches. All right, here's our Y. Now we are going to build off our tree. We're going to make more branches. Now, if you think about a tree branch in real life, like when you go to a park, you know that branches usually start off thicker and then get thinner. Remember, again, we went over thick and thin lines last week. So we are going to start, and we're going to make, let's see, I want to make one right here. All right, then we're going to make another line, and it's going to be thick and thin. Okay, remember this is your tree, so you can make your branches however you want. There's no wrong way. All right, so we're going to just keep drawing straight and curved lines, thick and thin lines to make our tree branches. And we want them to go all the way to the end of our sheet of paper. Texture is going to be different little lines or shapes that are going to add character and realistic feeling to our drawing. Okay, so now let's start drawing texture. So we can draw little lines. These are called hatching lines. They're going to be random straight lines. All right. remember, we also went over pattern last week. So our hatching lines that add texture are also going to add pattern to our tree trunk. All right, so we're adding a bunch of just straight lines to our tree. We can add some on the branches too, and that's going to make our tree look more realistic. So now would be the time you want to go back and outline your tree. Okay, so you want to go back and outline your tree in black marker if you are happy with how it looks. Okay, so for the sake of time, I'm just going to outline our tree trunk, but you want to outline your whole tree in black. All right, and now it's time to color our tree. So usually trees are brown, so I have a brown crayon. You can use a brown colored pencil or oil pastel from your art kit. You can use whatever you have at home. So let's color our tree now. All right, now see, this is a good learning point. See how I use pencil and now I'm coloring the tree? But because I didn't go over our hash marks in black, it's kind of hard to see them, right? So let's quickly go over our hash marks with our marker so that when we color our tree, we can still see our texture. All right, so remember, for the sake of time, I'm just going to do our tree trunk, but remember, you guys are going to do your whole tree. All right, so now let's color our tree brown, and we are going to make it look realistic like a tree would. All right, and we want to make sure we're pressing lightly with our crayon. When we press lightly with our crayon, our coloring supply, that is called shading. All right, now remember, I'm going to go kind of fast because I want you all to get working on your project. Now I'm going to add this video to Seesaw as well, so when you guys are working on your tree, remember, you can pause the video at any time and stop to see what I'm doing. All right, let's do one branch just so you all can see what that looks like. All right, so remember to outline your whole tree in black, and then you're going to color. All right, now we forgot to add something. I'm going to switch back to our pencil, and we are going to add our ground line. All right, so here's going to be our ground line. Now remember, our ground line is the line that shows where your main object is, okay? So it looks like our main object is on the ground and not in the air. So this is going to be grass here, right? Because it's a tree. And this is going to be sky. All right, so let's get our green coloring supply, and we are going to color this part green. Now remember, I am going fast and just shading so you all can get the idea of what we want our gratitude trees to look like. All right. Okay, and now we're going to get blue for our sky, okay? Now, we want to make sure when we're coloring our sky, we are coloring inside the tree branches too, right? Because you want to remember, when you're looking at a tree, the tree stops you from seeing that background. So in this case, it would be the sky, right? So you want to make sure you get all in our different branches here. All right, remember, I'm just going fast so you all can get the idea. And we're shading with our crayon to show our sky. So you can see then, if we take our black marker, it's really going to make our tree pop then with that blue sky in our background. All right, so I'll shade that branch so you all can get a look at that. So you can see our branch here and our sky. All right, so now the tree looks like it's on the ground and it's not floating in the air. So we're overlapping the tree and the sky, but our sky is behind our tree and our tree is in front, okay? So you want to color all around your tree, okay? So now we are going to move on to drawing our different leaves.